Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. I'm Holden. This is Loren, and it is 78 degrees in our. You know what? Actually, hold on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check because it was 70. It was 78 degrees before we started cooking.
Don't put me in this. Okay? You're the one that's cooking on a million-degree day.
I know. I'm just
That's your own fault.
Alright, good. It's still 78 degrees.
Why are you blaming me for stuff? I just got home.
I didn't blame you. I just said it's really hot in here. And I just got out of the shower. I took a cold shower, and I'm already starting to sweat. Probably because I have clothes on. Oh, it's hot. But anyway, hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Holden, as I said, and that's Loren, and we are just gonna be having some fun today, kind of going over the weekend, drinking the new Lad Craig Barrel Proof.
What did we do this weekend? I need to go over.
You know, had fun. Smoked brisket. We're going to be talking about the brisket I smoked. I have some visuals that'll be sure to be extravagant. I'm going to have to make this an R-rated episode because I'm going to have a disclaimer.
It's like a wet pussy. Let me help.
That was so out of pocket. Why'd you say it like
Wasn't that what you were talking about?
No, I was just going to say I was going to make them horny because of how good it looks.
We aren't on the same page.
I didn't say that there's a disclaimer. The following images may cause arousal. Do not watch in public.
But you didn't make a disclaimer.
Well, no, I was going to say it when I showed the video.
What if this is bad?
What is it?
Well, I gotta find out.
No, what is it?
Surprise.
Okay, well, Lauren's drinking a mystery beer. But
It's called Somebody Spiked the Punch Sour Ale. Beer for the people. Public Craft Brewing. Brewing Company. From Kenosha.
all right, so let's say hi to the people. Let's say hi to the people. Joe Dickinson, right off the bat.
Ooh, it's yummy.
Can't wait to hear how bland the brisket was.
That was funny. I was laughing before.
Well, she read that before we got in here, and yeah, you're killing me, Joe. They hurt my feelings, honestly. Mr. Dickens. It's Dickskin.
Okay.
Sugar Kitty says meow. Cheers, Sugar Kitty. Thanks for being here, buddy. Bino says cheers, you too. Bino in the house. There it is. I was going to say, he didn't say his typical Bino in the house, but there he is. Cheers, Bino. Thank you for being here. Buy the dip. What kind of dip we talking about? We got like this kind of dip or like
the do that? I
the dip
the ick.
The ick?
Yeah,
the old
makes
dick in
me not want
1920? So you're saying that if I was a good old country bumpkin at his in my back pocket, little Copenhagen wintergreen, you wouldn't marry me?
You talk like that, I sure as fuck wouldn't marry you.
You could be offending some of our viewers.
Well, that's wrong. I'm just not going to marry someone.
Okay, well, good to know. But buy the dip. Cheers, man. Thanks for being here. Being on the house. Hello, Kitty. Derek Whiting is also here. Says, cheers, everyone. Good, sir. How do you do? Sure, Kitty says, was a brisket that traumatized? We'll get there. We'll get to that point. But yeah, it was. Also, Bino spelled his best friend's name wrong. So good job. That's okay. Okay, so you have this beer, and I'm gonna try it. And you think it's good, eh?
Okay, so do you know what Bino's real name is?
Yeah, Dan. Yo. That is really good, actually, for a sour. So it's like a little bit sour, but it actually kind of tastes like beer, like a nice, like fruity sour beer. You know what I mean?
But it's not like sour. Like
it's not like
I like sour beers, but I don't like sour beers that just taste sour.
Yeah, this actually has a good like beery flavor with a hint of sourness. That's pretty good. I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, that's about it for that beer. We got this Lad Craig Barrel Proof in. Now this is the B523. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it around yet, but this one is Loren actually got it for me. Cheers to her. 124.2 proof. That's 62.1% alcohol. And this is age stated now because it took the age statement, the 12-year age statement off. So this is 11 years and 5 months old, and it's batch 523. Yeah, otherwise it's a typical Elijah Craig barrel proof, but I'm gonna go ahead and get it in the glass right away since I did have one pour of it when I got it, and then so maybe it opened up a little bit, but I'll just drink it slowly throughout the night. That way it can have its whole evolution and get a chance to open up. Also, disclaimer: I have not eaten dinner yet.
Colin's gonna get drunk,
And I'm not gonna get drunk.
and he's gonna be really funny.
I'm not gonna get drunk. Okay.
Since
I
he
probably
normally
won't.
isn't very-
I won't be like drinking everything on the shelf, but
Can I make you a cocktail?
I would love if you made me a cocktail.
Really?
Yeah, it's so hot. Like I want to drink like a cocktail. What are you gonna make me?
I have to Google
We
it.
gotta get okay. So that's a good idea. We'll have a segment of the live stream called Loren's Cocktails, and you can make cocktails in front of the people for me to
This
review.
is what they're having at the Whiting household for dinner.
Wow. Let's just show the people what Derek's up to. Oh yeah. And then we got those potatoes, I'm assuming.
Yeah, homemade potato
Potatoes,
wedges.
chicken wings. Ooh. Yeah. Grilled fries. That's what they are. Fries. Potato wedges, fries, same difference. But those do look phenomenal, and honestly, I'm jealous. Although I do still have probably like 3 pounds of brisket in the fridge, but I'm gonna put that in the freezer because we have other plans with that. But
we're
I'll
gonna
get to
take
that
it
point.
camping, and we're
Okay.
gonna make. I forgot what we're gonna make.
I was just gonna say that later, but that's okay. Yeah, we're gonna take it camping. We're gonna use some of it as leftovers. Make some like egg skillet or something, or we're gonna put it in some tinfoil with some vegetables and make it like just like our package. We put like meat and vegetables and potatoes in tinfoil and you toss it on the fire. Makes a really good meal. So bless you. But overall, that's what we got going on today. So that being said, no, have any of you guys had the new ECBP 523? Because I want to know some other people's opinions before I give my opinion. Because age statement's gone, 11 year and 5 months. It's a 7-month difference than the normal ones, age statement wise. So what? Big deal. Yeah, I'm curious to see what you guys think compared to what I'm thinking about it. So I'll still kind of give you guys tasting notes, but I'll keep my opinion of it to myself for right now. And unless none of you guys have had it, then I'll just go ahead and give you my opinion. But that being said, let's just go ahead and get on the nose here. Okay, nose has a salty, like savory, peanut buttery. Honestly, the nose is kind of reminding me of the last year's B batch, B523. The nose is similar to that. I wouldn't call it exactly the same, but we all know how I felt about last year's. Anyway, it also has like a little bit of like a toffee. Is that the right note? Toffee? I don't know. Toffee, butterscotchy, like sweetness in there. Burnt like burnt brown sugar, like caramelized brown sugar, maybe. Might be something I'm getting in there for sure. Yeah, like a peanut dusty. Good peanut nose on this one, actually. I do like a peanut nose, so maybe that'll play into how I feel about this. But let's get on the palate because the palate tells all.
How am I supposed to make you something when we don't have any of the ingredients?
We have like every ingredient under the sun here.
Not for cocktails.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
What don't we have?
Juices.
Like what? Oh, like wash.
Yeah, now juices.
Most cocktails just use like lime juice or lemon juice, and we have both of those.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
Not filled.
Yeah, they are. Anyway, okay, so good mouthfeel, good flavors, a bit spicy on the back end, I think. Also, probably just hot because first whiskey of the night. Also, first thing I put in my body since noon. I played 9 holes. I walked 9 holes at the golf course, so I'm hot, dehydrated, and hungry. So that proof could have been coming off or that spice and proof. I could be getting that mixed up, but let's go in for a second sip. How you feeling over there?
I'm fine.
You get a cocktail picked up yet?
No. All of the ones that I think look yummy are required juice.
Okay, so oaky. Yeah, it does have a little bit of spice in there, like oak spice. A lot of oak presence in this one, I think. Not like abundantly oaky, but a nice oak presence. It's not quite drying, but I think maybe a bit drier than other releases. I would say not like definitely not astringent by any mean, and not bad dry. The dryness isn't at all taking away from the experience, but it does have the good mouthfeel. It's a little bit of sweet up front, but a lot of that like peanutty peanut butter note comes through on the palate, which I again enjoy.
Okay, I'm gonna make this, so I'm gonna go make it.
Overall, it's my opinion. You gotta make it here in front of the people.
I can't make it here because I don't know.
I'll grab the stuff.
But then
What do you need?
I need lime juice, an extract.
An extract.
Yeah, it says almond, but I think we don't have almond, but we can use vanilla.
Okay.
I need sugar, ice, and tequila. But I'm confused. I'm very confused. I think this is not a good method. Because it says there's Aperol in it, but there was no Aperol. Let's click on this one and see what happens. This one doesn't have any either. Maybe I don't want to make that. He's not listening. Why do we even have him here? He doesn't prepare me for anything. I just have to come on here and wing it. He doesn't even listen. Hold in. This is awkward. Guys, I need a cocktail of something that we have here, which apparently isn't many ingredients. Hold in. Yeah, he's not coming back, so let's, yeah. This is awkward. I don't think he used his listening ears. Hold in.
I'm gonna have to get a little re-up on the old ingredients.
You're bad at listening because I decided I wasn't gonna make that, but someone wasn't listening to me. Just leave it. I might need it. I'm just confused because it says Aperol, but there wasn't Aperol in the ingredients list.
Well, I have Aperol.
Yes, but should we just add Aperol to it and call it a day?
I don't know.
I don't know either. That's why I think I needed one.
Okay, well, pick on another one. I'll keep talking to the good people.
Yeah.
The good people of the Bourbon Bar.
You just walk off like freaking little goofy man who's not supposed to be talking to people and leave me in here and I wasn't prepared with conversation.
Her people skills are lacking today, is what I'm hearing.
I want to make you something weird.
Bar Bourbon, hey man, what's going on? I was pleasantly surprised by it.
By me?
The ECBP B523. Yeah, you know what? I think that I like it actually a lot. I would like to compare it against the B522, see how much those two batches differ or compare to each other, because I liked B522 last year and it won the ECBP of the year or whatever for me. And one of my friends actually really liked the B batch last year too. So if the B batch this year compares to the B batch last year, that would be great. So I might do a little bit of a side-by-side comparison between the two. But overall, I think this one's pretty good.
I'm gonna go dig around in our stuff.
Joe Dickinson says G&T.
Yeah, but that's bland and we don't have tea.
Yeah, we do.
Where?
Actually, no, I threw it out. When we moved.
What if I make a Malort cocktail?
Okay, we're not making a Malort cocktail.
Okay, you're not being fun.
If this video gets This video, if this live
This
stream,
video gets 4 likes, hold on.
if this live stream gets up to 25 viewers, if this video gets up to 20 viewers consecutively, I'm talking like at once, then I'll drink a Malort cocktail, a whole Malort cocktail from start to finish. But it's not gonna get to that. We're only at 8 right now. A little slow today, but to be fair, I'm not really doing much. I'm just kind of drinking and talking. But I got to tell the story about my brisket, so we'll get to that eventually. This Elijah Craig, though, not bad, I gotta say.
You need better alcohol.
All right, Elijah Craig, B523, good, gets an 8.7 maybe? No. Yeah, 8.7 seems respectable. I don't know, I really gotta compare it against the other ones, and today is not the whatever. What? What are you looking for?
I don't know what this is.
Amaro?
Yeah.
It's a, Amaro is a very sweet, like, syrupy. It's good. That's how you make a Brothers Bond Old Fashioned with. It's very good. But how's everyone doing, by the way? What's everyone drinking? I'm assuming Bino's saying Wyoming here. I don't know if he means that he's Wyoming here. I don't know what that means, Bino, but what is everyone drinking tonight? Curiosity is striking me. Also, how's the weather in the other parts of the world? Here in Wisconsin, it is a blistering 84 degrees, humid, and it was 80, I think it was 88 when I was at the golf course, just sweating my ass off. It was a hot one. It was a hot one today. The house is at 78. Most people live with their house at 68.
Jeez, can you stop complaining?
I'm not complaining. I'm just
telling.
telling.
You bitch about the weather.
I'm just telling the people how it is. They want to know. Holy frights. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about brisket because this weekend I made my first brisket ever. And I have pictures and I have video. And honestly, full-heartedly, I can tell you it turned out pretty good. I started at 1:30 in the morning, completely unprepared for what I was supposed to do. And the funny thing is, I had done all of the research that I needed to do for this brisket.
Okay, I found my name.
Now you found it, now that I'm talking about brisket?
We have everything but simple syrup, but I think...
We have simple syrup.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we just have everything but a lemon twist.
Okay, that's fine. Gather the ingredients then.
Oh, I thought you were gonna get me the lemon juice.
I hope we have lemon juice.
Well, I'm not gonna use lime juice, I might just taste them.
Okay. Alright,
I actually think I have a lemon.
Look in there for lemon juice. There might be some in the beer fridge though. This fridge. Anyway, yeah, so it's funny, I did all this research and I knew what I was doing. I actually had an entire grocery list of things that I needed and a list of what I needed to do, like what times I should be checking stuff. And granted, I'm a nerd, so I knew what I needed to do, but I had a cheat sheet just in case, because that's just kind of how I am. Then I decided to leave it in Lauren's car. Then on Saturday night, Loren decided that she wanted to go out and drink. And I said, okay. And then we went out. And instead of getting to bed early so I could wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning to make this brisket, we decided to stay out till 11:30 at night. And then after we got done going out, we decided to skip going to the store. Even though I needed stuff from the store, I said, screw it. I'll do it without it, or I'll run the store while the brisket's cooking. One of those ingredients was pepper. So I had to cook the brisket without putting any pepper. Well, I lied. I had to cook the brisket without using shaking pepper. I had this small little like kitchen thing that you grind by hand. I had to grind that SOB over the entire thing. So that was pleasant. But overall, the brisket turned out good, and so I can't complain. Although I'm sure it would have been better, would have had better bark with the pepper, but overall, like, can't complain about the way the brisket turned out. Now, other things that I was missing, a boning knife, which, I mean, I just like a better knife for cutting off the fat and trimming the brisket. Your flashlight's on.
I know, I couldn't see it.
Oh. So it's my first time doing brisket, right? And trimming is, granted, a harder part of doing brisket. I knew what I was supposed to be doing with trimming, but knowing what to do with trimming doesn't really prepare you for actually trimming the brisket. And you kind of have to cook a brisket to understand why you need to trim the way you need to trim it. So that being said, the trimming was poor. The brisket turned out okay, but it could have been better. All right, we're gonna pause on the brisket talk while Laura makes us a cocktail.
I need the here.
So anyway,
I also need a shaker. So, welcome to my show.
do you need a measurer?
Probably.
A shaker?
Okay.
All right, this is officially turning into the Loren show.
So, this is how I make my stuff. If I use a jigger, then it's just gonna taste normal. It's not gonna be like when I can make my stuff. It's gonna be like I'm at work.
Hold on. We only have big ice cubes.
I know. That's what we're gonna use.
All right, hold on. Give me another ice cube. I want to try something. This is how the professionals make cocktails. Hold on.
I'm already making my cocktail. Who invited him on the show?
Now, you're supposed to use a bar spoon for this, and we don't have an actual, like, weighted bar spoon. But what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to...
spoon.
No. You take the ice cube over the cup, and you're supposed to, like, crack it over the... Oh, shit. Oh.
Okay, now there's too many spoons.
It's supposed to crack. This ice, see how it's, like, cracking like that? That's how you're supposed to... break the ice into the tin, so
This
there's
isn't
little
in the
ice
directions
chunks.
of my drink. Well,
Oh,
why
I
did
dropped it.
you kept
It's
the other-
slipperier than I expected.
Yeah, but
it
you
to be.
kept the other ice cube in there.
Well, it's supposed to be one big ice cube and then one ice cube in chunks. That's the way that the drink's supposed to be made.
Okay.
It's just slippery. I've never actually done this before, guys. But I've watched many videos on
Your
making.
sweaty fingers all over my.
They're not
ice
sweaty.
cubes.
It's melted ice. Goofball. Okay, well that's
good
just
enough.
gonna have to. That's gonna have to.
Okay, everyone. So in my drink, you're gonna have 2 ounces of Aperol.
Wait, what is the drink called?
It is called the Loren drink. Okay. And then 1 ounce of. Okay, so this is the 1 ounce, right?
Yep.
Okay, because I only use the 2 ounces, so I just love confused. Okay. 1 ounce of. It says London Dry Gin, but this is London Dry Gin.
This is London Dry Gin. I do like the Bombay better than Tanqueray. Tanqueray is not my jam.
Okay. Then 1 ounce of freshly squeezed lemon juice. So,
Do you want my lemon squeezer?
do you have a lemon squeezer? I didn't know we had a lemon squeezer.
I do know I make cocktails.
Do you not have your lemon squeezer? Because I'll just squeeze
I
it through
do
my
over here.
fingers. Okay.
All right. We're not prepared for this segment of the show, but next time we will be.
Put it in this way or this way?
Up there.
This way?
Yep.
And they think this will be an ounce?
No.
So I need to use both.
Come on, give her a good squeeze. I know you got the muscles.
Okay.
Good job. And you gotta. Okay. This is what the drink mat is actually for, by the way.
Well, it's covered in shit.
It's covered in paper, not shit. Would you like some help at all?
I need this. No, it's my show.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry. Joe Dickens says it's 81 degrees in Cleveland right now. Wow. Very nice. Very nice day. Derek says, I will say the brisket was very good. A second's good. That means a lot coming from him because he is a brisket master.
Okay.
Derek is a smoke. Even Vino says Derek's a smoke master. So if he says it's good, then
You didn't invite Vino over, you asshole.
I don't have his number. You were supposed to invite him. I'm gonna go get a towel.
Well, I'm just not gonna use the rest of that because I feel like that was enough.
You didn't even get anything.
It's going right in there. What are you talking about?
It's all right there.
Let's rewatch.
It's not all in there. Ask the people, was it all in there?
I'm gonna rewatch it. I know.
Because that just looked like it spilled all over the table.
Okay, then we will use it.
Maybe put like half the measurement in. Oh yeah, like that.
Okay. Look at guys. I've never made this before. Everyone's judging me.
Hey, no one's judging you. Just me.
Isaiah is like, is she drunk?
Isaiah's V, man. Cheers and thanks for being here. Good to see you.
Okay, it also calls, that was an ounce of simple syrup, and it also calls for egg white. I'm gonna do this in a cup. Maybe not that cup. Can you give me something to do this in?
Wait, there's an egg white involved in this drink? You're supposed, when there's an egg white involved in a drink, you're supposed to shake it before you put the ice in it, and then add ice and shake it again.
Maybe you should explain things better. It'll be fine. This is a bad thing.
Okay, guys, I'm getting more and more scared
He's
of...
so excited for my drink.
Honestly, I don't mind the drink, but I think I'm going to need a new bar by the time she's done with this because, holy frights. I mean, like, I think she would get some in the cup. You know what I mean?
You know what? You're going to suck my butt.
I mean, look at that egg juice just sliming off of this cup.
Where? I don't see any egg juice. I didn't get any. The egg juice was over here.
No,
Okay,
you got it down the
and
side of the cup,
then
too.
it says a few dashes of orange bitters.
Well, we like bitters on this channel, so make sure you... Yeah.
Is that enough?
Well, is that a few? You're the cook. Okay.
Okay, now I need you to put that thing on top of it.
Sugar Kitty says, turning into the Loren show, still in denial.
Like that?
Yep.
How do I do it
You-
without making it spray everywhere?
Put one hand up here and hold it like that. The coldness makes the metal shrink on the cup.
Like this?
Yeah, I didn't use one here.
You think that's enough?
No. Would you like a second? Oh,
See, it's sprayed.
okay. You're not supposed to pull them apart.
I didn't pull it apart. This is my drink. Why are you touching my stuff?
Do you want my help or
No,
no?
you're just trying to
Okay.
be the man of the show.
I'm sorry,
This is-
guys.
Get out of here. It's the right color. You think that's enough? My hand's cold.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, a new cup. A fancy cup.
What kind of cup is it supposed to be served in?
This one.
Probably a coupe glass. Yeah, coupe glass. Hey, she got the right cup. Okay, yeah, see, it should not come out that easy. Oh, no, I need to strain
I
it.
need a strainer.
Das Boot. We're talking about submarines today, and there's a movie called Das Boot. Oh, wait. All right, now we need to garnish with a lemon peel.
That's not an lemon.
All right, let me get that.
I already squished it.
Oh, that's okay. That's right, guys. Here on the Loren Show, we are always fully prepared for everything. Do you want me to cut it? I don't want you to cut yourself.
I'm not stupid, but yes.
All right, so take our half squeezed lemon.
Shit.
Let's just get a little bit of a...
Oh, you're squirting at the camera.
I'm squirting at the camera.
It's a kinky show. You're really tall today.
That's because I'm standing.
Well, yeah, but look at you on the camera. You look like a child.
Okay,
We gotta twist it.
now go ahead and express the oils over the drink. And then put it around the rim of the drink like that. There you
Oh,
go.
we gotta twist it.
Twist it and yeah. Make it look nice and pretty.
I broke it.
See if it's gonna float right on top. Oh, nice. All right. Actually, guys, this does have a lot of visual appeal.
Look how pretty it is, guys.
So, now, let's go ahead and give it a taste. So, what is this drink actually called now that we're done making
It is called an Aperol Sour. This is what it's supposed to look like, and that's what it looks like.
An
So
Aperol
that's pretty
Sour.
good.
So, Aperol Sour.
So that's pretty close.
Do you have Venmo?
You do.
Oh. Let's turn it on. All right, guys. So, we're going to see how this is. So, the interesting thing about Aperol is that it's very bitter.
But I just put like 10 pounds of sugar in it.
But she did put 10 pounds of sugar in it. Missing a cap for the bitters. All right. So, an Aperol Sour made by Loren.
This is my new favorite drink.
Have you tried it?
No. Did you see me try it? Is it yummy? This is awkward. Is it good?
Okay. I have my thoughts. Lauren's going to taste it now.
Did you think that this was a show where you got to share your opinions that were negative? Because you only get to share happy things here.
I didn't say what my thoughts were. That's why I'm
You
letting you
said,
take
"I
it
have my
first.
thoughts."
I don't want to influence your tasting.
If you say it's bad, I'm going to kick you out of here. Oh, it tastes like ice cream.
It's very good. So my thoughts are it's very good. Now, if I was making this cocktail, it's not Lauren's fault, she didn't know. But the one thing that she probably did bad is you're supposed to shake the egg white without ice first, and it's supposed to be really frothy. Like that froth line, it does have a little bit of froth, but like it should be really a lot like thicker. And that's just because she didn't shake it without the ice. Not her fault, because I had no idea there's an egg white in this drink. But overall, it tastes fantastic. Doesn't it? Like, it's got that, like, the end has a twinge of bitterness on the finish, but leading up to that, it's a very nice, like, florally, fruity, lemony, like that lemon juice is very tangy and nice and sour in the palate, which is really, really good. Yeah, you can definitely like get the lemon zest on the espresso on the glass and stuff, and the oils from the lemon zest. And it was a very pretty drink. And yeah, it's actually probably my favorite drink that has Aperol in it that I've ever had. Good job.
I know.
A plus.
There's still a little bit left in here.
Oh, we got the top off. Have you guys ever had this at all? Anyone in this show ever had this? Because it's good. It's like a good summer cocktail, but you would totally get hammered off of this. How many ounces of gin is in this?
Just one.
It's 1 ounce of gin,
2 ounces.
2 ounces of Aperol. So definitely a boozy cocktail. It's definitely, especially on a hot summer day, it's going to go down quick and it's going to make you feel very, very good.
That is really yummy.
It is very good. Sugar says, turning into the Loren show, still in denial. I'm glad this is technically oriented. This is a technically oriented stream. You know, Sugar Kitty, that's the thing. I don't think anything has ever gone to plan here. Like, we're fly by the seat of our pants. I mean, we just do things, I guess. Whatever comes to mind. Although next week, hopefully, we'll be more prepared now that we know that this is a segment. So Loren has an entire week to find some new
I have
cocktail.
to do this every week?
Well, you don't have to do it every week, but whenever you want to do it.
Mystery cocktail. Mystery balls.
Mystery Glen?
I just don't like having to pick it out, having to listen to your questions, and like, you take so long. It's just like...
So yeah, apparently, we'll still do the mystery blend occasionally, but we're gonna add this in there to sprinkle it in, give you guys a little something extra. But Lauren will actually know what drinks she's doing next week ahead of time. We can actually make sure we get the ingredients ahead of time, and then you can just have some fun with this. This is actually a fun segment. I was not expecting such good results. Not on her fault, but when I saw the Aperol come out, I was questioning it because Aperol is not my favorite drink. Especially a gin and Aperol drink, like a Negroni is meh. I like gin too. I don't think gin's bad actually. Should we do a straight gin test?
No, because I don't like that stuff. What other gin do we have? Is that it?
Yeah, it's the only gin we have right now.
That's what you made all those 75s with for me?
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't dislike that gin. You just don't like that gin and a G&T. Actually, I don't even know if you've ever had that gin and a G&T. Most bars around here use Tanqueray, which I think sucks. It's a weird, ugly green bottle.
That doesn't help me.
I'm sorry. Isaiah's Reese's. Cheers, all. Cheers, Isaiah. Thanks for being here. Lauren is not drunk, but she's working her way there. Anyways, he says, I've seen more people at Donkey's funeral. I've seen more people at a Donkey's funeral. LLJK. Hey, Daisy, man, what's going on? Glad to see you here. How are you now, Holden and Lauren? How are you now? He was making fun of us because there's only 8 people in here. 9 people now. 9 people in here. What's wrong? Why don't people come to Donkey's funerals? That's what I want to know. This might not end well. Yeah, well, I'd be surprised. Das Boot is actually pronounced boat. Oh. Boot. Just kidding. Das Boot.
What does that mean?
The boat.
Just the boat?
Yeah.
In German?
Yeah.
Why?
Das Boot.
But why are we saying that?
Because it's a movie. Is 911 on call and ready? It should have been. She could have probably would have poisoned me.
Wait, for what?
When you're making a cocktail, you're gonna poison it. It's gonna kill me.
Extra alcohol in it so you get happier.
Hey Maisie, it was frothy. That's what the egg white does. Nice creamy top from the egg white is exactly the way it's supposed to be. Exactly. Holden drinks appletinis when he goes to the big city. It is. All them D-gens from upcountry. Drinking their appletinis. Peter says, late sister called from Nova Scotia. No worries, Peter, but thanks for being here, man. And Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia. His sister called over from Nova Scotia, eh?
How come you can...
What? How come I can what?
You can do that, but you can't do a Scottish accent for me.
Because Canadians' accents are easy. You just say, oh, hey there, bud, eh? Fucking A, bud.
Then say...
Like, that's just how people talk in Wisconsin.
I don't talk like that.
In the country in Wisconsin, they jokingly talk like that.
Can you do the Scottish accent? Do you guys think Holden should wear a kilt for a wedding?
I'm not even Scottish or Irish.
Well, figure it out, bud.
Figure it out, like fucking A, bud. That's what I say. Figure it out. Peter White says Tanqueray number 10 is solid as gin goes. Are there any differences between Tanquerays? I don't know what they have at the bars, if it's number 10 or not. If that's just like their thing, kind of like Jack Daniels, old number 7 or whatever. But I'm not a Tanqueray fan. And Peter White says, where do they talk like that? In the TV shows where people make fun of it. Nobody.
Yeah, Peter talks like us, like normal people.
You never heard him talk?
He told us.
But can you trust him?
Maybe I met him, and we just didn't.
Dun dun dun. That ice cube's
I went to Canada once.
Yeah, and then you got kicked out and banned.
I didn't do anything. I was just there.
Derek. In our imagination, that's right. How are you now? Pino says I see him getting punched again. Not me. Sipping a gin and juice, laid back. Oh wait. Okay. I read that as if he was sipping a gin and juice, laid back. But yeah, I understand the reference.
They have a bourbon version of this. It's just with bourbon instead of gin. Don't do that. Okay, that's enough.
Wow. Proof definitely goes up between a gin cocktail in a glass of cast strength Elijah Craig barrel proof. It's still very good though. He says Das Boot was a story of how German U-boats had exceptionally high casualty rates. Yeah. I learned about that today, actually, from a coworker. But I had the vanilla extract though for nothing. For not. Okay, let's go back to the brisket talk, guys. So Holden's first brisket. So I kind of told you guys a story. I ran out of pepper, but I did end up putting a rub on it because Loren refused to eat it without the rub, even though she's never eaten one without a rub. So she wouldn't know whether or not she liked it. The rub may or may not have added any flavor. And who knows? Like,
you didn't have any fucking pepper, so it would have been really fucking bland, okay? So be thankful for the rub.
Well, I needed the rub this time, but I'm just saying.
If you were a real griller, you'd come up with your own rub.
Salt, pepper, and garlic is a rub.
No, that's bland. You need to come up with something fun in there.
Anyway, so yeah, the brisket turned out really good. So I started at 1:30. Well, the brisket didn't get on the grill till 2:30, but I did start the trimming and stuff at 1:30. On the grill at 2:30, pulled it off the grill at 4:30. Now, here's one of the big things that happened is I was just estimating about a 12-hour cook, and it took longer than 12 hours. With a 12-hour cook, I would have been done at 2:30, and it would have had at least 4 hours of rest. But I didn't, so it only got 2 hours of rest. And the longer it rests, the better it would be. So if I could have gotten it to rest for, 8, 12, 16 hours, keep it at a good temperature, but resting for a long time, that's usually ideal. But even with the shorter rest period that I did, it still turned out awesome. Now, I will pull up the pictures because I have to, because they literally make me just almost as wet as a brisket. So
you have to share your screen.
I know I will. I'm just making sure I got them up here. So I don't know how many of you guys have smoked brisket before, but I was really hold on. There it is. Hold on, sorry guys. I don't know what I was saying. I don't know, but I was worried. I don't know. I was worried because this was right before I wrapped it, I think. So the brisket usually turns really nice and black. It gets that good crust on it before you wrap it. Yeah, sometime before you wrap it, usually at the 6 or 7 hour mark, 8 hours. Usually you got a decent crust on there. But since I didn't have the pepper and the rub was a bit thinner or whatever, it wasn't getting as much of a nice charred blackened crust on it, which worried me. But as you can see here in this picture, here's my brisket. Here's some of the fat shavings that I shaved off when I did the trimming. Those you put in a container on off to the side, and that fat gets smoked and rendered, so that way when you wrap it, you can pour it over the top of the brisket. Gets extra juice, extra smoke flavor, and it kind of just sits there and soaks up all that fatty goodness, which fat is flavor, so that helps a lot. You can see here I got some tin foil on it because rather than spraying the brisket, I learned a trick from a guy on YouTube that I watched that if you actually just, any part that looks kind of drier, you just put a little tinfoil shield on it so it's not getting a lot of air, and it kind of keeps the moisture in there. And that actually helped out a lot because during my trimming process, I did get a little bit close in some areas where there was no fat, and I needed to protect those areas, and it actually turned out really good even in those areas. So that was awesome. Now, this is the finished product. This bad boy. As you can see, the crust finally got there. This nice, charred, black, beautiful baby boy. Yeah, I can't remember exactly. Do you remember how heavy this was? Was this a 15-pounder? 15 or 16?
It was the cheapest one they had at Costco.
It was. It was only $60, I think. It was about $60. And I believe it was around 15 or 16 pounds. So a decent sized brisket. I did get a picture of it next to Lauren's head, but her head was closer to the camera. So it's actually, the brisket would have been bigger than her head.
It's really nice of you to say so people don't think I have a big head.
You don't have a big head. But anyway, as you can see, she's very excited to eat it. But now we're gonna go ahead and look at this picture. This is ignore my feet because they're in the
Yeah,
picture.
get your toes out. Get those things out. Nobody wants to see those.
Look at these. So you can see this piece right here. This piece right here is cut. Okay, you're hurting my leg.
I know, but I can't see.
This piece right here is cut from the flat, so that is the still good but less tender portion of the brisket. Less fat too, though, so it is really good. We ended up for those people who didn't enjoy just like the plain brisket as much, we had some nice bread and some au jus that they can make like a French dip sandwich or whatever with brisket or whatever. And then for the people who like the brisket, you could just eat it straight up. Then over here we got some burnt ends. Those tasted very nice. And then over here you can see we got the point of the brisket that has the two separated muscles with the fat in between. This piece right here, you guys can see this piece right here. That was the most tender, juicy, melt in your mouth piece of brisket that like you can eat because it's just like there's so much fat in there. Like all this is all fat. You know what fat means? Fat means tenderness.
That means a lot of stuff in this. You need like a
little cheat sheet.
Like a cheat sheet or a book or something.
Yeah. But overall, that was really good. And I also have a video here. So I'm going to open this up. Oh, I don't want to download it. I want to... Hold on. Maybe I do have to download it. So we're going to download this video and then open it up and do it on media player.
I hope there's no sound.
Oh, there is sound. Hold on.
Turn the sound off.
It's not pausing. Hold on.
Stop. Holden, turn the sound off. No one wants to hear
That's
that.
got that ASMR. Hold on. I gotta hide this and turn the sound off. There we go. Okay. So yeah. So this was after I was cutting it and serving it to people. So I just wanted to show off how good it was. You can look at it and you can really see how the juices flow out of there. And then I got a good side view.
Touching all the fucking food we gotta eat.
You know what? If you didn't like it, then don't eat it because
I'm just kidding.
Look at all of that yummy, juicy fatness in there. Oh, man. I'm just reminiscing about how good that was. I want to eat more of it. I do have some in the fridge, but it's never good. Never as good the second time around when you're reheating it. It still tastes good. Don't get me wrong. It's still phenomenal. But that first time, the tender, the juiciness. Then you can see up here, I cut off. It's called the mohawk. When you cut on the side of a brisket, you cut out like a pocket of fat. Kind of leaves a thing of meat there, and that chunk of meat usually ends up turning into like these burnt ends. And so I cut it off. I made some like really yummy burnt ends out of that piece. That was phenomenal. But that being said, I don't know how to hold on. I gotta figure out how to stop sharing my screen. But yeah, so that was my brisket. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what that looked like because it was quite phenomenal. But overall, would I do it again? 100%. Was it worth it? 100%. Would I wake up even earlier? Would I wake up at midnight and start cooking it? 100%.
I went to bed at 11:30 though.
Okay, well, I would have liked to go to bed at like 9 or like 8 or something like that and tried to sleep.
On a Saturday?
Well, at least I was productive. And you said the next time that you would wake up with me.
Yeah.
And hang out. So.
Yeah, only if you paid me. Get your shit.
Paid you? Why would I pay you to make delicious brisket?
I want payment.
There would be some form of payment, but let me go ahead and catch up on these comments here. Holden was referring to a beer boat. Beer boot? No, I wasn't, but beer boat. A beer boot, like the boots that serve the beer, I think is what he was talking about. You've been watching too much Chud. Have I though? Sure, he says one of those boots is called Der Bierstiefel. Bierstiefel. Again, making me struggle with these words, but I think I got that one. Bierstiefel. Oh, Bierstiefel. Probably Bierstiefel. That would make more sense. Mino says, looking good. And then True Graffiti says, I remember now why I've had a triple bypass. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not an everyday type of thing, but boy, is it good to splurge once in a while on that. I mean, I think I would honestly take a good smoked brisket over donuts, depending on the day. But in terms of food that's not a dessert food, brisket's my favorite food ever.
Did you just decide that?
I decided it when I was eating brisket.
Okay.
Well, like, I really love chicken wings, right? Chicken wings are bomb. But, like, brisket seems special because you don't get to eat it all that often. At least not, like, good brisket. Like, someone you know has to make the brisket, in order for it to be good. Like, you can't just go to a restaurant and get high quality, like, that quality of brisket. Unless you're living in, like, Texas or, like, places that actually do that. But here in Wisconsin, that's few and far between. Now, but brisket is, like, I mean, I literally, like, I ate so much of that brisket. Like, I could hardly breathe after it. It was so good. And
Guys, this is all I've heard about since you made the stupid brisket.
you know what? You're welcome. You liked it. She liked it, guys. All this shit talk about how and she enjoyed my brisket. So I take that as a win. Plus, I got compliments from the rest of the fam and Mr. Derek, who is a grill master, as Bino pointed out earlier.
You're dripping. You're wasting. I don't want to do it.
But overall, very, very nice. Derek says I've been using butter when I wrap the brisket, same as on my ribs. Yeah, I actually, I use butter on all the other times that I've made, like the ribs and the beef chuck and all that kind of stuff, just because I don't have all the excess fat trimmings. But with a brisket, I mean, I had a bowl, like a big bowl, about this big, filled with trimmings. And the other nice thing is, for breakfast, I grilled up some of those trimmings that had some actual good meat on it, and I basically like made little steak pieces, and I ate that for breakfast. Oh, so
I wasn't
good.
offered that.
You were at church.
Somehow that means I don't eat breakfast.
Get the maid. You were eating breakfast with my parents. You got free breakfast.
Your breakfast was free too.
Yikes. Good show, Alden. Hey, thanks, Hagen. Is there such thing as Wisconsin style barbecue?
Yeah. Better than the other people's barbecue.
Bino says yes, there is. I mean, I don't know. Like,
I don't think anyone would call it. It would probably be like Midwest barbecue or something.
Midwest barbecue, but like, what is it? Like, what do we do here that's different than in our barbecue anyway? That's different than other places barbecue.
We barbecue in the cold.
Well, other places still barbecue in the cold.
The frozen frostbite toes and fingertips add more, like,
it
like
adds an extra dimension to the drink.
Yeah, so when every like a frostbitten toe that you get from grilling for 12 hours outside in the dead of winter, adds just a little bit extra flavor.
Hank says I was being serious. Most regions have a thing. Yeah, I know you were being serious.
That would be a question for
Bino and Derek. Bino says there is. I just don't know what it is. Like, I can't. You look at, like,
usually if you soak it in beer, that's probably a good start.
Like, yeah, I mean, when Wisconsin people make their brats, I mean, typically that's a barbecue.
Brats aren't like all over. Like, brats itself, I'm pretty sure it's a Wisconsin thing.
Well, there you go. Wisconsin barbecue is brats. I guess.
No, I'm saying that, like, I just remember seeing something one time, and, like, it was this lady saying, the first time I saw that there was a brat on the menu, I was like, what's a brat? It was spelled the same way, she didn't know what it was.
So, I don't know. I guess, like, but then you think about it, like, I don't know. It's like, because you think, like, whiskey. You got Tennessee whiskey, it's got the chill filtration, and then you got, like, Wisconsin whiskey. It's like the weather is a huge, like, in whiskey it's easy because, like, even just the area.
Wisconsin barbecue.
But, like, and even in Wisconsin old fashioned, everyone says it's brandy, but in our opinion, like, it's adding soda.
Brandy.
It's brandy and soda.
A Wisconsin old fashioned is
a brandy.
Brandy, cherries, and soda. Yeah.
I know. So, like, what is that in terms of barbecue? I'm not sure.
Wisconsin style barbecue. First of all, this is a restaurant out of Trevor, Wisconsin.
Trevor, Wisconsin? There's a place? Is there a hold in Wisconsin?
I don't know. Wisconsin.
My brother's name is Trevor. But he's never here, is he? I'm gonna clip this
Okay.
and I'm gonna send it to him.
No, I'm confused.
Derek says we have odd barbecue poached burgers, butter burgers, don't forget the boil or not to boil brat argument. Yeah, so we boil our brats in beer. Like the brat is pre-cooked in beer, like on the stove.
Yes.
And then when you
But
put it on the
you can
grill,
buy your brats pre-cooked, but you buy them not cooked and then you boil them in beer and onions.
in beer, yeah. And then you put them on the grill just for a good sear to get that like grilled flavor. But like, I don't know, is that a Wisconsin thing or is that just like a Midwest thing?
I just told you that brats is a Wisconsin thing.
I don't know, but brats actually sound really good, and I haven't eaten dinner, so maybe I'll grill up some after this.
We have 2 of my brats left.
You don't have any more chicken brats left?
No, we ate all the chicken brats.
Damn it. I've been banned from Dave & Buster's. I've been a lot of lack of...
Yeah, so I guess this place called Wisconsin Style Barbecue in Trevor, Wisconsin is the best barbecue in the state.
All right, Derek. Pack up the kids. We're going. If it's the best barbecue, where is Trevor, Wisconsin? Because if it's the best barbecue in the state, we gotta go. Yes, boiler your brats. Have had a butter burger at Culver's. Glad it
it's
is
like
not
right
near
on
my
the
house. So I'd be
Wisconsin-Illinois
there.
border.
Yeah, butter burgers are great. Wisconsin, Illinois
It's
border.
on the Wisconsin-Illinois border.
Like middle or like under Milwaukee?
Well.
Under Madison or under Milwaukee?
No, so Milwaukee's up here.
So under
it's
Milwaukee.
over here.
Yeah. So all you have to do is go past Milwaukee to go.
They
get
have a
some
ski resort.
Sugar Kitty says boil a brat ? 3 of them. What the fuck? All caps ? Wisconsin must be sick if they can even stand that thought. Man, we got some heat.
What is he mad about?
Sugar Kitty apparently doesn't think that boiling brats is correct.
So if you boil a brat in like Miller High Life, it tastes different than if you boil it in a different kind of beer.
Yeah, usually just boil it in like
and then
a
you
Pilsner.
keep the boil in the water, and then you cook them on. Then you like get the grill marks, like you caramelize it on the grill, and then you put it back in the boiling water.
If you need to
and
keep
it
it warm.
soaks all the flavor in there.
Beer brats. I grilled some brats last weekend, and you didn't put them in beer, and that's
So
probably
you bought
the issue.
pre-cooked brats? Because if you don't buy pre-cooked brats, it just bursts out the side and it doesn't taste good.
Boil her, then put her on the grill. Agreed. Culver's is a poor representation of a butter burger. Look up Kroll's. Kroll's would be good. Mostly beef barbecue in Wisconsin, or pork as well.
Wasn't the hamburger invented in Wisconsin? Because they have like the Seymour hamburger days. I'm pretty sure it was invented in Wisconsin. I'm Googling.
I don't know. Why is Wisconsin such a cool place to live? Someone tell me that. Somebody explain to me why Wisconsin is so dope. Apart from apparently boiling the brat. Boil the flavor out of the brat, then grill it to get it back. Ugh. Hey, but you got beer in there. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't like putting it back in the water.
In 1885, the first hamburger was made right here in Seymour, Wisconsin. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, get your fucking shit together, the other 49 states.
Brats and burgers is Wisconsin. So brats were here and burgers were here.
Okay, but brats are just German. Holy fuck.
A lot of separation. You gotta keep it separated. Hey!
Because like a bratwurst is German. It's just that we call them brats. I think bratwursts are bigger than brats though. Like if you went to Germany, I think they're like big.
Bratwurst. Okay, but Sugar Kitty, you gotta think it's soaking up all that beer. You know what I mean? And then you grill it, so you still get the flavor in it, but now you have beer and grill marks. I like Johnsonville brats. Well, Johnsonville brats are.
We always go.
Beer, right?
I either go to a festival because it's right there and get their brats, or I go to a place and purchase homemade brats.
Okay, but isn't Johnsonville brats cooked in beer?
They are, but you can buy them uncooked and cooked.
I know, but
Johnsonville brats are from Wisconsin.
if you buy Johnsonville brats,
because that's the
they're cooked in beer.
Lambeau Field. It's Johnsonville brats, Wisconsin.
No, it doesn't boil her in beer too. I don't understand that one.
Yeah, they're from Sheboygan Falls.
Yeah.
Well, let's look it up on their website.
If you want a beer brat, soak it in the beer, then grill it.
Yeah, so here's their original brats. They're not cooked. You must cook them first.
You need to find a good German butcher. He's saying to hang it easy. So what's the difference between just soaking it in broth and beer and then or boiling it in beer? Besides the fact that boiling it in beer prevents it from exploding. That's what I want to know. We add onions to the beer while we boil the broths. I don't know, man. I mean, the thing is, Sugar Kitty's been here. I guarantee that he's had a Wisconsin broth fry.
Yeah,
but I'm just curious,
here, right?
like, does he really not like beer, like brats and beer and on the grill? You know, that's what I don't know. Hey, these are my buddy who was from our scene was the brats master. You know, brats are probably one of my favorite grilling items. Like, I'll take a brat over a burger every day of the week. I can eat like just 10 brats in a sitting. I just love brats. And then you got brat burgers, which I'm sure Sugar Kitty probably thinks is a.
It literally just says to spray it and put it on a pan. I've done that before, and it doesn't cook the brat all the way through.
Oh well. Sugar Kitty says the heat boils everything out of the brat. You're losing the flavor into the liquid. You want it to absorb the liquid, not the reverse. So the thing we just found on the internet, it says that not to boil it in the beer, but steam it in beer. Like put a little beer in the bottom of. So basically,
Okay, but
cook
here's
it.
the thing: is I've never had a beer that was boiled in brat, and like a brat that was boiled in beer, and was like, oh, it lost its flavor. Who buys boring ass brats?
Well, you know what we can do is experiment with it, and or at least I can. So what you need to do, basically, what I've learned from this Google thing, you need like that aluminum foil pan thing that you put in grills, right? You need to cook the brats on the grill. Then you need to pour a little bit of beer with some onions in the bottom of the pan, not enough to cover the brats, but then you put the brats in there, put tinfoil over the top so that the beer heats up, steams the brats absorb the beer and onion flavor, and then that's how you get the most tasty brats.
Wow. I'm gonna keep boiling my brats because I think it tastes fine.
Penny Z says, is there a Wisconsin brat mustard?
There's a mustard museum in Wisconsin that has like 15,000 kinds of mustard. You can ask my father; he'll talk about it. It's just
You know, Sugar Kitty's really smart, so I mean, I'm not doubting his knowledge here. I guess I just have to try him both ways now.
I like it in the beer.
Yeah, but have we ever had it not in the beer?
I have.
I mean, like, I don't know.
It tastes the fucking same, except that the inside's not cooked because you can't, because it's just squirting out the side.
Well, then you gotta cook it low and slow.
I was the one who cooked it. I just don't know when we've been in and they weren't fucking cooked all the way.
But you gotta cook it really low heat then.
It's not like we were fucking. I don't know.
No, I know, but like if it explodes, then it's still too high of heat. You gotta really like. That's why my brisket doesn't explode because I cooked it at 200 degrees.
So a brat that after I boil it takes 5 minutes to cook. I have to wait 40 minutes for a stupid brat.
Apparently,
the whole point of a brat and hamburger is because it goes fucking quick like this.
Oh man, debates. Derek says Johnsonville has his own brat mustard. I hate mustard. Fun fact. Wait, that's not a fun fact. You guys already knew that. Ew. Mystery spoon. Mustard.
You and
like,
me.
Mustard's not good. Sugar says when you grill brats, that's high heat.
Yeah. See.
Okay, I'm so confused then. You're saying they explode, but he's saying to grill them on hot heat. So what's the difference?
They have oil in it, so a stupid casing, if it doesn't break, it'll explode. Because the oil's boiling, it's gonna go somewhere.
Okay, so I know her problem. Sugar Kitty, what's your fix to the exploding brats, or have you never experienced
Vito
it?
says no media.
I think this is a classic case of
Everybody's fucking different.
everyone has their own way of cooking things. But I do want to know. Like, I'm just curious. Hanging Z says, dang, I want a brat now. It doesn't feel like going up to the store. Might settle for an Angus burger.
From Wisconsin? From Seymour?
I also want a brat right now, and I have a grill just over there. I could go cook it. I could bring the camera. We could live stream me cooking a brat. I do feel like eating a brat now. Also, I'm hungry and I've been drinking. I haven't eaten anything since noon.
I feel really bad double chin today.
No, you don't. Joe Dickinson, it's Dickens, says brats are 1,000% better if you smoke them.
I could see that, because then they're adding flavor.
See, think about smoking a brisket.
Like beer.
Is brisket takes so long that you can smoke things with it. Like next time I smoke a brisket, I can smoke brats for lunch.
The internet said don't boil the brat. It didn't say in beer or anything like that. It just said don't boil it. Well, if you boil it in water, no shit, it's going to get that flavor. But if you're boiling it in flavor and it's just sitting in the flavor, the drippings are going to get on your bun and it's going to soak in there and it's going to taste still good.
I don't know. You know who would know?
Jesus.
Master Chef Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay's going to tell you to do what the internet fucking does because he's a little pussy-ass bitch.
You say the food's great. The people love it. I am shitting myself.
You know what? I think that Gordon Ramsay would struggle against me.
Sugar says, grill politics get heated. Pun intended. I see you, good sir. Sugar says, you grill them quick on high heat, let the skin split, and it will shrink as it cools.
But then all the grease goes away, so you're losing the fat flavor.
I know what I'm going to be researching for the rest of the night. I don't know. I
don't like my brats when they burst open. I like them when they're all still intact, so when I bite into it, the flavor bursts in my mouth.
Derek says, if anyone knows about brats, it's Bino. He's grilled more than all of us combined.
He is crazy.
Bold words. You need to learn about two-zone grilling. That's how you grill brats. I do know about two-zone grilling. And it's pretty self-explanatory. I believe, anyway. Good show you too on Wisconsin. Thanks, Bino. Kitty says, you lose the flavor to the water just like you lose it to the beer. Steaming it would work because it doesn't lose the flavor. I think we should steam some brats and beer.
We don't have a steamer.
You can steam anything if you just trap the moisture in it. If you put something in the microwave with a plate over it, and the plate has a good enough seal against the other plate that you have it on, it literally steams it.
I feel like I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing because it's worked fine for me and I haven't had any issues. And I don't buy sad little brats with no flavor already in them, okay? When you get the flavorful ones, the flavor's still in.
Derek says exactly on the zone cooking of brats. And then it says, it'll still explode in your mouth. Seriously. We just can't doubt Sugar Kitty because he's like the wise, like the wise man. Like one of the wise men.
This is going to be the next chapter in his book?
Yeah.
How to grill a fucking brat.
How to grill the perfect brat.
Well, it's not putting brats in the microwave.
Not brats. I was not talking about brats. I was talking about, in general, as long as you trap liquid with your food under heat, it steams it. That was a bad comparison, but I was basically just saying that all you have to do to steam something is evaporate water and then have it trapped with the food. But did you know the best way to reheat a brisket is to seal it in a Ziploc bag and then sous vide it? Or sous vide? Sous vide. What is it, a sous vide or a sous vide? But anyway, because it traps in all the moisture and the fats into the bag that it's like vacuum sealed in, and then it basically keeps all of that juicy flavor. That's what I learned. From now on, just call me Balthazar.
Is that from Harry Potter?
Balthazar Slytherin. No, Balthazar is one of the wise men.
Look at my foot.
What happened here?
Because you're not letting me sit. Look at it. It looks so weird.
Anyway, Jordan says nothing makes brisket taste better than plastic.
I'm confused.
Because I said to reheat brisket, you're supposed to put it in a sous vide with So
There's a lot of judgment going on today.
You know what? That's one of the ways. There are actually two ways that you can do brisket. It's either put it in a sous vide with a vacuum seal, or you can put it back on the grill with like a pound of butter on it to have the butter in one of those pans that we were talking about, to have the butter drip down it and then like soak up the butter. But at that point, it just seems like a lot of work when I just want a piece of damn brisket. Okay? Balthazar is in one of the three wise men.
Look, I don't know who the wise men are. I know who the wise men are. I don't know who they are.
They brought baby Jesus presents.
I understand.
They were the original Santa.
I am saying I don't know what their names are. You don't even know what their names are.
I know that one of them Balthazar because that's a cool name.
That's just because that's the sugar
That's
he
a
just told you.
bitchin' ass name. I knew immediately what it was when he said it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all right, what next?
I don't know. Nothing?
I feel like I should eat.
Okay, well you can go eat and I would go shower.
Sugar Kitty, I'm gonna take your word, and I'm gonna grill some brats.
If I have to live this freaking conversation out for the rest of my life, and every time I say we're gonna make some damn brats and I put them in boiling beer, and you fucking say I'm gonna lose my fucking
When
shit.
she says you, she means me, not you. You know, I don't really care how they're made. Because it's kind of like eating a bag of potato chips. It's quick and easy, and part of the reason you're eating it is because it's convenient and tasty. You know what I mean? But if Sugar Kitty's right, that means that you just toss it on high heat. It should cook faster than in boiling water.
If I ever hear complaining from your mouth, I'm gonna lose my shit.
I'm not going to complain. Also, guys, I bought an Apple Watch. And I used it today for golf, which is why I bought it. Golf in the gym. And it works really good. It tells me how far I am. It tells me everything I need to know. I can look up the weather. It'll tell me how fast the wind's blowing, in what direction. Like, it's so good.
You are so privileged.
I'm not that privileged.
You got your Apple Watch, all your
That I bought.
bourbon, your
That I bought.
expensive brisket.
That I bought.
You're freaking making me turn the air conditioning on when we're poor.
That I pay for.
Like, I have to pay for it too, and I don't want to pay for it. Yeah.
Okay, when it's 78 degrees in your house, you turn on the AC. That's all I'm saying.
Look at, what about people who don't have air conditioning?
Gaspar, Melchior, and Balthazar. Yeah, Balthazar is definitely the only one I knew out of those three. Does this mean no more watch Marshalls? No, I still am doing Wrist Mafia. I love their watches, and
I find those kind of watches extremely unattractive.
These ones she's talking about. I will be wearing Wrist Mafia watches and stuff when I go out. When I'm doing anything that's not going to work and working out, or going to the gym, or going to the golf course. Because I need this for distances and stuff at the golf course, and I need it for fitness tracking at the gym, and just like general day-to-day things. But if I'm going out to dinner, or I want to dress up, or I'm just going out to do something, I want to wear like a fancy watch. I don't want to be wearing an electronic POS that's on my wrist. You know what I mean? I want to look good. The reason I'm wearing a watch is to complete an outfit, not for function. This is function. The other ones are fashion. Kind of my gist on how I feel about that. It tells you your blood pressure is up, but does it tell you when you're about to get pummeled by Loren? Early warnings. They should make that. They should put that in there.
It tracks your menstrual cycle, apparently. Like,
no, not mine.
How? How does it do that, though?
Because it has special stuff in it.
I just don't understand. And like, what? So like, does it give you a notification like, hey, look,
you're about to start bleeding?
I don't need a fucking notification in the morning. I gotta go deal with it in the bathroom.
The new $850 one can go 100 meters underwater. A lot of people buy it for like diving and stuff, so they can dive with it on. What the heck? That's the one that Zach has. Score! Found some Nathan's hot dogs in the fridge. Talking about Brock's gonna settle for some hot dogs. That's a
I
sad.
like a good wiener
sad
every
day.
once in a while.
So that's it for this stream, and we'll see you all in the next class.
But I don't like the fake wieners. I like the ones that have like the casing and they're really long and skinny.
Joe Dickinson says, I want crash detection if I get in an accident on the way to a fancy restaurant. I'm not that privileged, man. But that is nice. You know, you could die from that. So that helps. Sugar says, Holden, you would think that you could do that already without the watch. Here's the thing. If I was good enough, I would be in the middle of the fairway, right next to the stakes that tell you if you're 200, 150, 100 out, and I'd be able to guess. That's if you're good enough. If you're not good enough, you're in the opposite fairway, and that 150-yard marker doesn't apply to you because of laws of triangles. I mean, I could bring a calculator and then just be like, okay, if that's 150 and I'm like 50 yards from there, and the hypotenuse angle is like 30 degrees, and then I can do the sine, cosine, tangent, find out my distance to the flag, but that's a lot of work when all I want to do is hit a damn golf shot. So all I have to do, 73 yards from the pin. That easy. So simple. And then it tells you, and it's also how you keep score. So after every hole, you just go 5. And then on to the next one. Super simple, super easy. And I used to have a rangefinder, but someone stole it. Sad times. But this works just as great. And if you weren't talking about that and you were talking about... Wait, maybe he was talking about the menstrual cycle. Oh, yes. I was referring to paying attention a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not too good at that.
Yes, I am. Joe says I'm too old to care what anyone thinks I look like.
Holden doesn't care what other people think he looks like. He cares about how he thinks he looks like. And then he sits in front of the mirror and asks me if his freaking gray, blue, white, green, orange, purple fucking rainbow-ass outfit matches.
That's not true. Nathan's are good on the grill. Interesting. I have never had a Nathan's hot dog. It is 100 all the zones on my grill.
And you're fucking complaining about the 80-degree weather.
You know what? It's almost 90, so I don't want to hear it. And it's humid here. Wait, no, he said it's humid there, didn't he?
And it's not humid right now.
Yes, it's like 37%, I think. It's last
Holden, 37% humidity is low.
Well, it was still hot as balls.
It's got to be above 60 for it to feel like it's humid.
Well, I was sweating. It's 34%. With a wind of 9 miles an hour. The UV index when I went golfing was 7.
Yeah, you can get badly burned at 7. I think
I know.
anything above like 4 or 5 is really bad, right?
Yeah, I think so. Right now it's 0, but it was 7 when I went. Holy crap. Air quality is at 123. And it's going to be sunny for the rest of the night. But that being said, guys, I think it's about time I log this off because your boy has not had any food and I'm hungry.
He's hungry.
I'm hungry. But thank you all for being here. Oh, wait, hold on. Is this Holden in the morning on first attempt to dress himself? Oh, man. I gotta click this video before we go. Hold on. Hold on. Let's click this link here. You know what, Sugar Kitty? Yes. Okay. Gosh. What's wrong with that? For those of you who cannot see it, I will just go ahead and share my entire screen. Yeah, so anyway, so that being said, guys, thank you all for being here. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't. The Elon Crate Barrel Proof B523 is pretty damn good. I do have to compare it against the B522, which I will probably do in the video that I make on it. But overall, I think it's going to get a pretty good score, and it might even be better than the A batch of this year, which I'll also have to find out. But make sure you guys are hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, and checking out all the other channels who are going to be on tonight. TGIT Crew, it's probably 21090. Junkies are on usually, but then we also got sometimes Bad Axe Bobby's on as well. So we got a good crew going on throughout the night. So make sure you guys go check them out. is at Matt Porter. Yes, it is. It is Mr. Porter. Anyway, that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. Loren had fun too. We made cocktails, we drank whiskey, and we talked about brisket, and that's what we set out here to do. So have a good rest of your night, everybody, and we will see you all in the next class. Why does that sound so bad?
It's really
I'm
quiet.
gonna use that class. We'll see you all in the next class. Nice. That was Chris. I almost thought that would have broke the glass. Oh, my Bourbon Journey's on as well. Check him out. Fellow Wisconsinite. Gotta love it. Cheers, everybody.
Ask him how he makes his brats.
Yeah, ask him how he makes his brats. Maybe I'll go over there and ask too. So, bye.